Hello, welcome to BioGrades TV. If you're new here, please subscribe and turn on the notification so you don't miss our next video. History of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Nigeria is located in West Africa, bordering Niger in the north, Chad in the northeast, Cameroon in the south, and Benin Republic in the west. With a population of over 200 million, it is the most populous nation in Africa, a fact that has earned it the title Giant of Africa. It is a multi-ethnic nation with over 250 ethnic groups and more than 500 languages spoken. However, three ethnic groups stand out from the lot: the Hausa Fulani in the north, Yoruba in the west, and Igbo in the east, comprising over 70% of the population. With such diverse languages and ethnic groups, communication among groups would have been a difficult task, but that problem has been solved easily with the adoption of English language as the official language. Even at that, the languages of the three biggest groups are also widely spoken, and it is not uncommon to find people who are fluent in all three. Pidgin English is equally a lingua franca in Nigeria. Christianity is the predominant religion in the south, while it is Islam in the north. Percentage of adherents of each religion is roughly split in half among the population. A small percentage, however, practice their indigenous religions. Before European colonization, the geopolitical entity called Nigeria did not exist. What existed were traditional institutions and governments, most of which were localized within a group of people, while quite a number were established kingdoms and empires whose influence went beyond present-day Nigeria. The notable ones include the Nri Kingdom, which is in present-day eastern Nigeria. It is believed to be the earliest kingdom in Nigeria, as historical evidences suggest it was already thriving as at the 9th century. There were the Ife and Oyo empires among the Yoruba of the west. Oyo became prominent around the 16th century, and its influence went as far as the Dahomey in present-day Republic of Benin. In southern Nigeria, the Benin Empire held sway from the 15th through the 19th century. The empire's capital city at its peak rivaled some European cities in architecture and organization, according to some European eyewitnesses. Benin Empire was engaging in intercontinental trade with Europe as early as the 15th century. In the north, the Hausa Kingdom and the Borno Empire were renowned. Much later, the Sokoto Caliphate sprang up under the leadership of Uthman Dan Fodio. During the European scramble for Africa between 1881 and 1914, the region which later became Nigeria fell to the British. On New Year's Day of 1900, the British Empire created the Southern Nigeria Protectorate and the Northern Nigeria Protectorate. In 1914, the British colonial administrator, Lord Lugard, merged the two protectorates into a single colony of Nigeria. The name Nigeria had been coined by Flora Shaw in the 19th century, taking her inspiration from the river Niger. As the British prepared to grant independence to Nigeria, they split the nation into three regions according to the dominant ethnic groups: the northern region, that is for Hausa Fulani, the eastern region for Igbo, and the western region for the Yoruba. The Midwest region was created later in 1963. Each region was governed by a premier. When independence came in 1960, Tafawa Balewa from the north became prime minister, while Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe from the east was governor general. As Nigeria became a republic in 1963, Azikiwe assumed the title of president, while Balewa continued as prime minister. This was the first republic. Nigeria experienced its first military coup in 1966, when a group of young Nigerian military officers of mostly Eastern origin carried out one, leaving the Prime Minister dead and the premiers of Northern and Western regions. This began a series of events that led to the Nigerian Civil War in 1967, after the then military governor of the Eastern region, Colonel Odumegu Ojukwu, declared the independence of the region as the Republic of Biafra. Before the war, Yakubu Gowon, who was the military head of state, had created 12 states out of the 4 regions, which was seen as a move to check the influence of Ojukwu's eastern government. When the war ended in 1970, the military continued in power until 1979, which marked the beginning of Nigeria's Second Republic. The then military head of state, Lieutenant General Olusegun Obasanjo, returned the country to civilian rule in 1979, handing over to the democratically elected candidate of the National Party of Nigeria (NPN), Alhaji Shehu Shagari. Shagari won a second-term bid in August 1983, but was overthrown in December in another military coup led by Major General Muhammadu Buhari. Nigeria remained under the military rule for another 16 years, within which time an election which would have seen the return of civilian rule and the Third Republic with Chief Moshood Abiola as president was annulled on the 12th of June 1993 by military head of state General Ibrahim Babangida. Civilian rule was finally restored in 1999 when General Abdusalami Abubakar handed back power over to Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, who won the presidential elections on the People's Democratic Party's platform, PDP. The PDP remained the ruling party until the 2015 presidential elections, when the incumbent president, Goodluck Jonathan, conceded defeat to former military ruler Muhammadu Buhari of the All People's Congress (APC). Nigeria has a lot of tourist attractions for people visiting the country. The Ibeno Beach in Akwa Ibom State, Obudu Mountain Resort in Cross River State, Awum Waterfall in Enugu State, the Gashaki Gumti National Park in Taraba State, Olumo Rock in Ogun State are only but a few. Unarguably, Nigeria's most cherished natural resource at the moment is crude oil. Nigeria has the 10th largest proven reserves of petroleum and is the world's 12th largest producer. Other resources include natural gas, iron ore, tin, limestone, zinc, and many more. With a GDP of $568.5 billion in 2014, Nigeria overtook South Africa as the biggest economy in Africa, after previously unaccounted industries like telecoms, IT, online sales, and film production were included in the GDP. However, the economy is still very much reliant on crude oil, which is the country's major source of foreign exchange, and that has led to the rise and fall of her economy. Besides the major religious festivals observed like Christmas, Easter, Eid al-Fitr, and Eid al-Kabir, there are several cultural and music festivals that have gained national prominence. They include the Argungu Fishing Festival, Eyo Festival, Calabar Carnival, Durbar Festival, among others. Nigeria also has a thriving and robust entertainment industry. Nigeria's movie industry, known as Nollywood, is the third biggest in the world after Hollywood in the United States and Bollywood in India. The music industry as well boasts of some of the biggest music stars in Africa who have equally gained international attention. They include Two-Face, Davido, Wizkid, Asha, Tiwa Savage, Burna Boy, Phyno, and the likes. The Federal Republic of Nigeria has been a major powerhouse both in the West African sub-region and Africa. It participates actively in the economic and political development initiatives on the continent. It also has good relations beyond Africa. This is seen in the country's membership of organizations like the Commonwealth of Nations, the United Nations, and the Non-Aligned Movement. Faced with Boko Haram and banditry in the north and kidnapping in the south, Nigeria may not be where it should be, but it is sure an interesting one filled with hardworking, warm, and creative people. What have we missed out of this history? Let's know in the comment section. Will it be ridiculous to subscribe to our channel? If no, please like this video, share, and subscribe to our channel.